Like, keep it a stack. Bitches move on cause they know I got bands. They be chatting, I don't give a damn, and I'm still getting money, I know who I am.
And I ride it steady. Brand new range, I just painted it ready. I set trends from Queens to Beijing. I'm not the one that.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Did you think Beyonce? What's up, Mango Mafia? Today I'm going to be showing you how I beat my face. In this video, I'm going to show every product that I use, every technique that I use. I hope y'all follow with me, but first, before we start our makeup, you have to have a bomb playlist playing in the background. Put your best hitter in the background and get ready to do your makeup. And hopefully, I teach this well enough to where you become so good of a pro at doing your makeup that you finish your makeup in like 30 minutes to an hour tops. Go ahead and play your best hitter. If you don't have a playlist, I'm not even about to lie and say I'm gonna give you mine because mine not even organized. Y'all gonna think I'm insane. I like to listen to a lot of Ashnico, Rico Nasty. There's a lot of songs that just feel like I'm in charge, you know? So I do look like a lunch lady a little bit. I do have my wig on first. It's not glued on or anything. This is like glueless wig that I got, but I'm just gonna put a hairnet on to get the hair out my way. And then I have like these pins so they're out my face. Okay, so first, what I like to do, and like I said, this is my makeup routine. Don't try to clock my tea, is I like to do my eyebrows. Now, the OG eyebrow pen that I always started with was an eyebrow pencil from Dollar Tree. I still use it too, so I didn't move on over to the Benefit pencil. It's still in the affordable range. This is in the color 4.5, so I think this is still like a brown black color. That's the color of the eyebrows that I tend to go for. When I was in my eyebrow blindness era, I did end up using black. That was not it. But I use this. Listen, we're at the end stages right now. I use this eyebrow pencil. This is from Dollar Tree. I have it in brown, black, and black. And it's $1.25 now since Dollar Tree want to be stingy. So just go ahead and make sure it's sharpened. Now I'm going to show you how I do my eyebrows. First, I want to use a spoolie. I'm going to be using the spoolie that's at the end of this eyebrow pencil, but they sell spoolies separately. Sometimes they're also on the end of, you know what a spoolie is. I don't want to come on now, let's not act slow. And make sure you have a mirror. I have this giant mirror with me, or you can use a small hand mirror. And you want to go ahead and get a spoolie and just brush your brows up first. Just brush them up. Brush them girls up, okay? Brush them up. Once they're brushed up, I kind of just go from the top and I just make them a little straight at the top like that. So then I take the spoolie and I just go down like that, just to kind of help shape what my eyebrows gonna look like. Now, when you start learning how to do your makeup, there's different ways you're gonna end up doing your eyebrows. Some people, like me, I make a shape. Some people just fill them in. I'm not a fan of pomade. I try to stay away from pomade, but if it works for you, and if you use the technique that I'm about to show you, it might be tea. No shade. And what I like to do, I like to lift, I have to lift the eyebrow like this. And I'll basically just trace the bottom of my eyebrow. Just do that, just do the corner. You see how I just trace this, the end right there? I just like to lift that part up. Then I also go from the beginning right here and I just connect the line. Might look a little funky if you got OCD and you like straight lines and whatnot and all the extra stuff. We're gonna fix it later, don't worry. Whatever we did here, we're gonna do it to this eye. Okay, so lift. If you gotta move your mirror, you can. Lift and trace. Now, the eyebrows don't have to be identical. They don't have to be twins, but they have to be sisters, okay? At least. This one might look, a little different, but this is also the shape of my eyebrow. I like to keep the shape of my natural eyebrow, but I still like to add more to it, obviously, because I'm drawing them in. This is just how my eyebrows are shaped. My eyebrows are not naturally even. If yours are, chef's kiss, this should be easy for you, girl. Now we're gonna go back to this side and we're gonna do the top. You don't have to lift it as much. You probably don't even have to lift it, but I still like to do that. And I like to just trace on the top and then make a little arch and then connect them like that. So that's one eyebrow. We're gonna do the other side. Okay, and this is what the other side looks like. It might look a little sloppy. That's what the concealer is gonna help us clean that up. Take your eyebrow pencil and I like to fill in slowly, soft strokes, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go so hard. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I didn't start the pencil right here and drag it all the way over here because I don't want my eyebrows to look like a cereal box. Don't want that. We don't want boxy eyebrows. I always try to start like the line like in the middle kind of and then trace it out like that. Never start here because here is where you want it to look radiant, like blended, you know, like real. I just shaded in over here and I might put this like a little bit at the end because we're gonna take the spoolie and we're gonna just blend it out. Now this is how I do my eyebrows. You could follow any other like eyebrow tutorial video if you'd like. You don't have to follow mine, but this is how I do mine. That's one eyebrow, so I'm gonna do the second one right now. Okay, so this is what we're looking like when they're blended. This is what my eyebrows look like. I like to just like this small little like squinch test, even though you're not supposed to be really scrunching your face all the time because you don't want wrinkles and whatnot. But I like to do it like this just to see if my eyebrows don't look insane. So sometimes I like look in my mirror and I go like this just to see if my eyebrows, you know, like look somewhat similar. And when I do it like this, they look similar. That's like an eyebrow test that I like to do. Now we're gonna take our concealer. The concealer that I like to use is the Born This Way by Too Faced. A lot of my products today are gonna be from Too Faced because I love them. I will die by them. The color that I use is a butterscotch. I also used to use a Tarte concealer, and when I was learning how to do my makeup, I was also using an LA Girl concealer. Now the concealer shade for your eyebrows has to be 2 shades lighter than your face. There's other things that come into play when it comes to makeup too. Understanding your undertones. I'm a warm golden type of undertone. You see, I'm golden. I'm just freshly baked. Some people have cool undertones. You don't know how to figure out yours. I would suggest you go on Google and search like an undertone scale, and you could probably match it perfectly. No shade. I'm not about to do it. I'm not sorry. So I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. The type of brush that I'm gonna be using. Now I don't know the names of brushes. I'm not that fancy. I honestly don't care, and you shouldn't care either. I like to use like a flat brush. Okay, mine's a little flat. I'm pretty sure this is for eyeshadow. I don't even know, and nor do I care. So I'm gonna grab my brush and I'm gonna open my concealer. Now the concealer for this one comes in a wand. Some are in tubes or whatever. I like to grab some of that product that's on the applicator and just grab it onto my brush and just put it like that and try to leave it as flat as possible. The eyebrows usually take the longest when you're doing your makeup. I like to go real slow. If the eyebrows are a mess, your whole makeup look is a mess. I promise you. You could have did your makeup so bomb. As if your eyebrows look horrible, look horrendous, your face is just bad. Throw it out. Throw everything out. We're gonna do the same method that we used when we were drawing the eyebrows on. We're just gonna grab it just like this a little bit, and we're just gonna slowly outline the bottom of the eyebrows. Try to get as close as possible, but not on the actual eyebrow, like the marks of the eyebrow pencil. Just try to outline it as close as possible. When you're doing makeup, you don't want to be rushing. Like if you have to do your makeup and you're rushing, I suggest just don't do the makeup at all. But if you have to, probably don't use this method. You can find other like 15-minute makeup videos that just involve just a little bit of concealer and powder. Not this one, because this one is a full face girl. All right, so now we got this side right here. Just a little bit. A little goes a long way. Okay, I used to brown my eyelid in concealer. I noticed that I would have like a heavier creasing on my eyelid, and you don't want that. That's why I'm showing you it's easier if you just do it like this. Less product goes a long way. So now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. You see how the concealer helps it make it look even more similar? You shouldn't really worry too much if the eyebrow pencil kind of went over or whatever. As long as you could see it, you could fix it and save it with concealer. Just take your time. Take your time, Bookie. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna blend this out first. What I used to do, I used to also carve out the top, but because we're using less product, makeup dries quick. We probably don't know because we use so much, but the makeup dries quick and you don't want it to dry so much that you can't blend it out and you have to do extra work. The whole point is if you take your time, ironically enough, when you take your time, the quicker you finish your makeup. To blend out the concealer underneath my eye, I like to use this eyeshadow brush, mainly because I can control it. Like I I control where it could go. You don't want to use a brush that's too big. You could be blending out the concealer, but then it gets on the eyebrow. You want to use a brush that's not too small and not too big so it can help you blend it out. Grab the brush and you just want to lightly tap the brush. I said the brush. Lightly tap the concealer and try to get as close as possible to the line. If you have to, you can lift up your eyebrow like that. And just try to blend it out as much as possible. You could bring it out to the middle right here and blend, blend, blend. Honestly, it's really the blending technique. If you can't blend, the makeup's also gonna look bad. So bad eyebrows and you can't blend, girl, just throw out the whole look. Just get a makeup wipe. Okay, so that's one blended out eye. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the other side. Try not to have a heavy hand when you're blending your makeup also. Some people use beauty blenders, but I still prefer the brush. I myself have a heavy hand, but I feel like I have a softer hand when I use a brush. That's the blended lid. Before we go on to the top and actually trace out the top of our eyebrows, I go in with some setting powder. I'm using the Makeup by Mario powder in the color Warm Honey. I just started using this one, so this one is Chef's Kiss. But I used to use, which I still use sometimes, but the Fenty Beauty setting powder in the color Honey. I like to grab like this teardrop shaped brush. I don't know, I just like the shape of it. And I think I could also control where the powder goes when I use this powder. When you're getting these powders, they're gonna look like this. They're gonna look, oh, I knew that was gonna happen. They're gonna look like this. And you just wanna just tap some of it onto the lid so you can work with it, but I'm gonna use some of them that fell on my table because that's a lot of money. Whatever powder is on the brush, you want to just tap it a little bit. Just want to set the eyelid. Try not to touch the eyebrow, but just set wherever it had concealer. Just pat that powder in and set that concealer in. But now that that's set, we're gonna go ahead and carve the top of our eyebrows. We're gonna use the same technique. This part you don't have to lift to carve. Just go as slow as possible. And if you have too much on your brush, just like start in the middle first and then just start carving. All right, so it should look something like this. Hopefully you didn't use the whole bottle of concealer. So then you're gonna go back in with the same brush and just blend that part out. Don't get too close to the eyebrow because you're gonna mess it up. And if you do end up getting too close to the eyebrow and the concealer ends up getting on the eyebrows, let it dry for a little bit and then fill in the part that has the concealer with the eyebrow pencil, and that's it. Like, it's an easy fix. To blend out the outer parts right here, I just get a bigger brush. I just use it to help it blend out more, to make it look more seamless. Before we move on to the face, we're gonna put just a little bit of eyeshadow right here. We're not gonna do like a crazy look. I'm gonna be using this Morphe palette, and this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna be using this blending brush. This is what it looks like. This is the size of she. I'm gonna be using, I usually use this type of brown for my eyelids. So I just pack it onto the brush a little bit, tap that a little bit, because you will have fallout, all right? That's perfectly normal. And I just like a little brown. Don't get too happy with it. If you're just starting with eyeshadow and you're scared to use it, just like go real slow and like in a circular motion, like. And if you feel like you need more, you can get just a little bit more. And just to make sure you don't go over like too overboard with it, start in the middle and then just blend that out. You can never go wrong with brown. In a circle motion. Another look that's like kind of my signature move, because I'm also not an expertise at eyeshadow. I like to go in the beginning with like a lighter color. So then I go in with the darker caramel looking color and I just pack it on like that. So we're done with up here. So now we're gonna go ahead and start with our face. We're gonna prime the face first. I like to use the Urban Decay All Nighter. My tube is a little dirty. This is the All Nighter Face Primer Long Wear Foundation Grip. I honestly just started using this primer. I used to use the e.l.f. Dewy Primer. That one's not bad as well, but after I started using this one, I was just like, and start getting ready to prime your face. Make sure you get underneath your eyes. Don't get too close to where your eyes are. I personally don't prime up here. I'm not sure why I don't do that actually. Maybe I'll try doing it one day, but I just usually don't prime up there. Just let it sit for a little bit. Like I said, don't rush sitting your makeup. Just let it sit for just a little bit. Start prepping your next items, which is going to be your foundation. I like to use this round foundation brush. So I just do one full squeeze of foundation. One full squeeze, like just one. That's it. And just like start marking them on places on your face. Below, obviously. And then get ready to start blending them out. That's all you really need. You don't need that much. Foundation goes a long way. Any product for anything, that goes for anything, honestly. A little goes a long way. You don't have to douse your face, and then that's why your face is gonna end up looking cakey and heavy. And oh my god, I'm never gonna wear makeup again. It's so heavy, it's so much makeup. Yeah, because you put a whole bottle on your face. Who told you to do that? And just tap. Don't like swipe like this. I honestly, if I ever see someone blending their makeup like this, I would rather die in a house fire. I just shoot me now. Now the foundation is also from Too Faced. This is their Born This Way foundation that I like to use, and the color Spiced Rum. This is my summer color and it is winter now, so I'm probably gonna go back to my winter color soon. I just gotta wait for my skin to start shedding. My winter color is the color Chai, which is one of the popular shades that they have. And it's always out of stock. I didn't place any on my forehead yet. So whatever excess is left on my brush, just blend it onto like up here. Cause you don't need that much foundation on your face. You really don't. My wig is not laid on. I didn't think I'd have to do that for this video. I kind of hope I don't, cause I'm a little lazy. You see how your face is blended? It's seamless. That's it for your foundation. The foundation is done or whatever. Only use one pump. You don't need one pump for each side. You don't need it. So now you're gonna go back with your concealer. Same concealer that you use for your eyebrows, use it here. You're gonna grab your concealer, and then you're also gonna grab your blush. If you're using blush, you don't have to wear blush. I'm using the Morphe blush. This one's a little different. This one's a blush that's also mixed with primer. I like to use the blush brush. Grab it. Pat, are you patting? And you want to put the blush like over here. I used to put the blush in like weird spots because I didn't know how to use blush for real, but I'm learning. Just tap it onto your face, and you're doing it before concealer. You can do it after you do concealer, but it just looks better and more seamless if you do it before. End up putting too much. That's why also it helps if you put the blush first, because you can also save it with concealer. If you're using a blush that's in like a squeeze tube, squeeze it onto your hand, get the brush, and basically like move the product around before putting on your face. Get the concealer. I like to put concealer right here. That's it. And like right here. That's it. Same on the other side. So that's how much concealer I put underneath my eyelids. I used to do like the whole, you don't need that much. They're gonna put, I like to put like 2 lines, sometimes 3, underneath my chin, underneath your nose, which is also above your lip, and 1 line only in the middle of my nose bridge and right here. Then lastly, 3 lines right here. So I'm still kind of using old techniques, but that's what works for me. We're gonna let the concealer kind of sit a little bit, but you don't want it to get too dry, but you don't want it to be too freshly on the face, because I am gonna end up using a beauty blender to blend this out because I personally don't like using a brush to blend out concealer, but I do like using a brush to blend everything else out. But the concealer, I have to use this. This is like a jumbo beauty blender. I got this from Marshall's. So now we're gonna be using a little bit of contour. I don't like to use too much contour because I am also still a little afraid of contour still. Now I used to do contour like this, and I'm pretty sure that's why I've been afraid of using contour, because when I did it like this, I looked like a drag queen. Now you kind of want to do just a little below where you put like the blush a little bit and like stop like right there. Like that's all you need. And do the same thing to the other side. I did this the other day when I went to a movie premiere and my face was so snatched. And I'm also gonna put some like right here and right here. I only put it there. I don't really go anywhere else. I don't do my nose. I'm blessed enough where I don't have to technically contour my nose. No shade. Then I'm gonna use this type of brush. This is another like flat angled brush, and I use it to blend out the concealer. I don't swipe, I just tap. If you feel like you have to swipe, sometimes you can, but like kind of do it in a circular motion just to blend that out. You see how it kind of already gave me like the illusion like I have a, you know, a chiseled face. If you aren't using a contour stick, you can use a concealer that's 2 shades darker than your skin tone. This contour stick, I love her, and she smells like chocolate. Too Faced, they ate with this one. This shade is called Chocolate Lava, and it smells like chocolate, and I love it every time. Then you go ahead and blend this out too. This tap. And don't travel too far with it. Like only blend it at the part where you put it. Like don't start traveling with it. Okay, so that's one side, and we're gonna do the other side. Now we're gonna go ahead and start blending out our concealer. I like to start first in the corner and try to have like a mirror near you and have it angled facing up just a little bit, and try to like low-key just like look up. You want to look up because you don't want like too much creasing, but you also, I don't want to tell you look up the whole time because you still need to know where you're bringing this concealer. So you just want to like, to blend it out, you want to do like a tapping motion. And just go slow with it. And you want to look up sometimes because you will have like your eye bags and you don't want creasing there too much. So like, or you could tilt your head down, kind of look down at the mirror, and then blend this way. When you get closer to the end of your eye, I kind of like to tilt the beauty blender this way and like kind of make it go like up to make like a fake wing. I like doing it this way because it kind of lifts up my face. Like you see like here, like it's kind of like down, but like when I bring the concealer going up this way, it like it's like a face tape. Just don't let it travel to your eyeshadow or anything, and just blend like that. And soft taps. And then you're gonna do the same thing down here and blend out. You see how it's looking seamless? It's giving airbrush. It's giving gloss. It's giving I just threw Vaseline on my face. That's what you want to look like. Then you're gonna go ahead and blend out your chin. Tapping motion. Don't like drag it like down. Like this tap. Just tap in place. And if you have to go around, you can. Now you're gonna go to your nose. Start at the little dot that's at the bottom right here, and just tap. Just tap in place. Then you're gonna blend out this up here. Same technique. So at this point, your face looks glossy, it looks greasy. Now you're gonna go ahead and go back and grab your setting powder. I'm gonna use my Makeup by Mario powder. I'm gonna tap some powder onto the lid. Then I'm gonna grab this tear-shaped brush. I believe this is a highlight brush. Pack it onto the brush. It's gonna look like this. And then you're gonna tap off the excess back into the lid, because we're not wasting. And you wanna tilt your head down and start in the corner and pat. But start going slowly. Just pat the product into the face. Right here still kind of looks like a little shiny. I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever powder. I'm gonna be using this Real Techniques brush. It's like flat-ish. And I'm just gonna pack it onto the brush. And I'm gonna put it wherever I had the foundation left, but not up here, because that's where the concealer, that's where the blush is at. You're gonna do that, and now your blush still kind of looks a little wet because obviously it was a liquid. You're gonna go ahead and set that technically with a blush that's the same color. It don't have to be the same brand, but at least the same color. So I'm gonna be using the Fenty Beauty blush in the color Summertime Wine. This is what the inside looks like. Then go ahead and grab your blush brush and then tap onto your face, because you don't want too much on there, but that's gonna help set that liquid blush. So now I'm gonna set my face with setting spray. I'm gonna be using the All Nighter setting spray. Also going to be using the Morphe setting mist. So I use the setting mist first, and I just, when you're spraying, make sure you relax your face. Make sure your face is not scrunched up. And then you're just gonna let your face dry just a bit. Ooh, you see that face? And now you're gonna use the All Nighter setting spray. I prefer the OG setting spray. I don't like the other two. I think they're gimmicks, but the OG All Nighter setting spray is the way to go. You know, make sure you're shaking it. Shake it until you don't hear that stuff inside no more. And then spray your face and let that dry. She's set, she's ready to go. Now you're ready to line your lips, do your lip combos, mascara. So now I like to put my mascara on. I'm using the Fenty Hella Thick mascara. And the way that I put mascara on is like, I kind of I lift up my eye. I obviously have a mirror down below you that you're looking at, and just rock back and forth with it. Don't go like this, because you're more likely to mess it up. Just rock back and forth with it. And you could go real slow. So you're gonna do the same thing. Look down, rock back and forth, rock back and forth, rock back and forth, rock back and forth. I also like to do my bottom lash. You're gonna do the same thing. Look down, rock back and forth, rock back and forth. See how the mascara already makes me look more mysterious? Like, some people, they put eyeliner underneath their eyes so their eyes could really pop. I used to be real afraid of eyeliner, and ever since I started using eyeliner, I still don't like how the pencil feels on my eyelids. So I use eyeshadow because it's just softer on my eyes and easier to work with. Grab whatever palette has black eyeshadow in it. I'm about to be using this Dew Color Neon eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using the black that's in there. If you're looking for like good affordable eyeshadow palettes, Marshall's is the way to go. So I just grabbed like the tiniest brush. I just put it on my waterline. It's just softer. I'm less likely to like start blinking like crazy. You could tell the difference. Like, if you see my eye here, like I look even more mysterious. Like right here, it's like, you see I look less mysterious now, but like, you see? Okay, so now for a lip combo, I use the Fenty Beauty pencil in the color Traced Out, but we're not gonna use it today. I'm not gonna use this one right now because I kind of broke it. So we're gonna use our eyebrow pencil to line our lips. So lining your lips is pretty easy. You're just gonna outline your lips. Now for me, my perfect lip combo, I use this beauty right here. What I'm using is It Fussy, and I just put on my lip. And this thing stay on, like, and it leaves your lips feeling so moisturized. So that's basically it for the makeup look. I didn't put no lashes on for this time. Not a lot of people like to wear lashes, so I just did the mascara look. But this is how I do my makeup every single time. I'm not the best at a wing, but I still like to keep the technique of going real slow. Then I draw the second line, just going straight across. You see how like my hands start shaking? Like I'm not the best at this, so I can't give a tutorial on the eyeliner. I'm not the best at eyeliner, but I can't give the best tutorial when it comes to this because my hands are real shaky, but you get the gist. Now I'm done. That was a whole full makeup tutorial about how I beat my face. Let me know in the comments if it works for you or if it doesn't, or if you have a makeup technique that you want to share, especially for this eyeliner because like I like a wing.